Future mother-in-law called me stupid, and now I'm considering calling off the wedding. How do I approach the situation? I, 23 female, am engaged to John, 24 male. We've been together for 5 years. We wanted to get married in July of 2025. I always thought that his family liked me because we got along so well. He has 2 older brothers, 26 male and 29 female, both married. Honestly, I was very excited to have them as my in-laws. They were always kind to me. Some important information. About a year ago, when I was scrolling on Instagram, I saw a profile that was kind of cringy, but in a cute way. It was an older woman's profile who shared inspirational quotes. I remember one particular post, and it was something along the lines of, "Only stupid people pretend to know everything. Don't pretend, just ask." Honestly, this quote kind of changed me in a lot of ways. Before that, I was always worried I might embarrass myself if I don't know something. And after reading that quote, I realized that if I always pretend I know everything, then I miss out on actually getting to learn about things. So I decided to change my habits and start admitting that sometimes I genuinely don't know. Someone is talking about the war in Kosovo. Okay, sure, but let me first ask questions so I can really understand what we're talking about. And I ask a lot of questions sometimes. I sometimes even open the Notes app and write in some questions that I later want to find answers to. These are my latest. How does time work in a black hole? Why do some snails have shells and others don't? What food is okay for ducks? How does the light bulb work? The old ones with gas inside them. And lastly, does everyone see colors the same? And how can we know that? Sorry for the long introduction, but it was kind of necessary for understanding what kind of person I am. I know sometimes I might come across as annoying. Now on to the problem. His parents hosted a small barbecue last weekend only for the family. So it was the mom, 54 female, dad, 59 male, brothers, 26 male and 29 male, and their wives, 27 female, both. I was the last person who showed up because I had to work late. I entered the house, and when I was walking toward the back of the house into the backyard, I heard John's mom talking about me. To be honest, she wasn't talking about me, more like mocking me. I heard her say in a high-pitched voice, "How does the sun work? Where should I put the fork? Why does nobody like me? How do I wipe my butt?" I just stood there. I had the sinking feeling I couldn't move, so I stood there, and I heard them all laughing. One of the wives said, "I actually don't mind her always asking questions. I think it's cute." So the comment from one of the wives made me feel hopeful that they will say something like, "Yeah, sure, we were just playing, we love that." But none of them did. Instead, the mom replied, "It's not cute, she's just stupid." After that, they all laughed again. I heard John laughing. My heart kind of broke in that moment because he didn't even say one positive thing. He didn't defend me, he just laughed. I quietly turned around and left the house. I texted John I got sick and have to stay home. Now I'm wondering how I should have approached this situation. We live together and I sleep in the guest bedroom for now, and I use the excuse that I don't want him to get sick from being around me. I can't ignore him forever, and I can't pretend to be sick anymore because it's been too long. I'm not sure how do I proceed. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. I'm considering talking to them about this, but I'm also worried they won't be honest with me. I can't marry him if he really thinks I'm stupid, but I also can't marry into a family who thinks so little of me. But maybe it was a joke and I shouldn't take it so seriously. I'm torn apart, and every